Yes, a little story about a lad I met at the front. Granny's laddie. He was one of the boys who went. His hair was fair and his eyes were blue. His face was burned a browny hue. I said, "How old are you, my lad?" He said, 17 and a half, by God, I may be looking 42. His hair was fair and his eyes were blue. I said, "How long have you been here, man?" He said, "Since 2 weeks after the show began." He said, "I've been here since 14, and I wouldn't have missed what I have seen. I've just seen brave men all the while. Men don't cry here. When they die, they smile." He said, "I've been through Nave Chapelle, where the big guns bark like the hounds of hell. I've heard men say what they've seen in the blues was nothing compared to the Battle of Luz. I've been up to my knees, aye, and my chin in the mud. Aye, when my pulse stood still and my ears oozed blood." Then he smiled and said, "I seen you in Scotland." And his face beamed bright. His eyes lit up with a beautiful light. Then he laughed and said, "If I don't get home, tell my granny you saw me and that I died game. If I never get back, I would like granny to ken that I played my part here with the best of men." I said, "Here, mate, don't you figure it's great to think when this war is all over and we're through with the mud and the spilling of blood and we're shipped back again to old Dover, when they've paid us our tin and we've blown the lot in and our very last copper is spent, we'll still have a thought if that's all we've got. I'm one of the boys who went." Aye, and perhaps later on, when your wild days are gone and you're settling down for life, you've a girl in your eye, you'll ask by and by to share up with you as your wife. And when a few years have flown and you've got wee chicks of your own and you're happy and snug and content, it'll make your heart glad when they boast of their dad. My dad, my dad was one of the boys who went.